What up, y'all? It's a rainy storm checking in. We are moving on the Gemini moon in this bitch. Whew, baby. I have to smoke something before we go. For those of y'all that don't know who I am, my name is Araneae Storm. I am a cosmic root work astrologer. I specialize in Mars activations as well as North Node and South Node consultations. So if you ever want to book a reading with me, you can hit me up at araneastorm.wix.com/info, on all social media at Araneae Storm. And yeah, let's get into it. I had to do this one for y'all because it's a lot. Myself, in Western astrology, I am a Cancer moon in the 5th house, and I am a Gemini moon in Sidereal Vedic astrology. Whew. This is not for nothing, y'all. I'm telling you. Before I start this, I feel like sometimes when I do these readings, I definitely channel this energy. Like what I'm talking about, I definitely channel that energy, and I already feel it. Like I am this energy too, but I feel it. Like I feel like myself channeling this fucking energy. Yo, Gemini moons. So before we get into the actual Gemini moon, I want to explain a little bit about what your moon sign is. I've been piggybacking off of Astro Finesse as far as like his explanation, because I feel like he gave a great explanation about specifically the rising signs, and then I kind of went a little bit deeper to say, so we've already did our sun, we did our rising. So basically he explained as the rising sign is like the outside of the house. You know what I mean? It's the first thing that you see when you're driving past the house. You know, it's the outside, it's the exterior of the house, what it looks like. You know, if there's a mailbox in that bitch or not, or beside it, the numbers on the house, if there's decorations outside, all of that. Inside of the house is your sun. You know, the inside of your house is like, you know, the decor in the house, you know what I'm saying? The couch, you know, what the kitchen's looking like, all that good shit. Now, your moon sign is what you get to when you get into that bedroom, when you get into that privacy, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody's allowed in there, you know what I mean, unless you're just that type, but not everybody's allowed in your bedroom. But when they get to your bedroom, whoever that may be, that is like, you know what I'm saying, they gotta be close and comfortable to you to know what it really is. So for my Gemini moons, ooh, I know I'm being extra, like goddamn, a lot of mental energy, a lot just moving around, a lot going on. I call it the chatty Cathy's, you know what I'm saying, of the moon sign of the zodiac. Because like, I mean, these motherfuckers can talk. And when I'm in my Gemini moon energy, and I got a Mars in Gemini too, and I get passionate about something, I get the blah, 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 blah. Talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying? It needs to connect. It needs to communicate. It appreciates mental stimulation. If a Gemini moon is not being mentally stimulated, it gets bored really fast. It's Energizer Bunny energy. It's always on the go. It's actually really, really hard for Gemini moons to sleep sometimes, because essentially there's so much going on mental in the mind, on the brain. And when we think about our emotions and how that kind of ties with our whole self, our whole bodies, it's like when you're not able to sleep, you know what I'm saying? Because you got so much on your, you know, that you got bottled inside, and so much, you know, going on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that energy can get depleted real fast. So for Gemini moon, y'all need not only mental stimulation, but you need some type of creative outlet. I'm talking about, I don't give a damn if that's fucking sidereal astrology or motherfucking Western astrology. Whatever Gemini moon you are, like you need a creative outlet. You need to be able to talk to people or be with people that can really stimulate your mind, you know what I'm saying, keep you on your toes. But also on the opposite side of that, like, you need to be around people who, you need to be comfortable with being in the present moment. You know, you need to be comfortable with being able to not just be an ear to listen, but to actually understand what is going on. That's what you learn from Sagittarius. Not only to just take in information, but not actually listening to the information that is being said, but you need to be able to process your emotions and process your own energy, and process, even if there's somebody else with you, process what the other person is saying. That's definitely something Gemini has to come to learn. A lot of mental strength, a lot of very intelligent. You know, as a kid, you know, Gemini was the kids that needed to be in everything. I think a Gemini moons is the kid that touches everything in the store. Like, these Gemini moons be like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, what is this? What is that? What does this mean? You know what I'm saying? They're reading the books, you know what I'm saying? They're very musically inclined. They have an overactive mind, an overactive imagination, an overactive active spirit. They're very youthful. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're very, like, a lot of people will be like, oh my God, like, they're childish, blah, blah, blah. But they just have just very childlike energy. And then also it's twin energy as well. So your moon literally is embodying, like, the duality of, like, the masculine and the feminine energy at the same time. I wouldn't even say all people are like this, but I definitely find it doesn't matter whatever you identify as your gender, like, they have very much so masculine, feminine qualities, and very androgynous by nature. You know, some people, you know, could say that a Gemini moon. I definitely will look to see where the Mars is as well, but that inwardly expression of Gemini moon. You know, one day you might see them all decked out in a, you know what I'm saying, like, very feminine looking or very feminine like, and it doesn't matter, like I said, it doesn't matter what you identify as, like, you know, or just a very, you know, femme nature, and then one day you'll see them like completely masculine, or if it's not complete, or it's like one extreme to the next, it'll be like they mesh both of those worlds within, like, they physical style, because inwardly, how you feel inwardly is how you express yourself outwardly. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely plays off your rising sign as well. It kind of does a little dance with your rising sign as well. Geminis are like those people that'll wake up and be like, oh, so what are you putting on tomorrow? What you doing tomorrow? Or what you got on? You know, like, it's how I feel. Like, you know, I might feel one day I might feel like wearing this shit, the next day I might feel like wearing that. I don't know, it depends on the day. Very, very Gemini energy. They definitely have that bravado energy to them, you know, like, definitely like that connoisseur energy of, like, you know, very, very skilled at what they do. This is the jack of all trades energy. So it's like Gemini moons can do many things at one time. Like, they have no problem with doing a whole bunch of shit at one time. They no problems at all. You know what I'm saying? They're like, all right, you know, I know how to do this, and I have a little bit of this. They pick up on things really well. Like I said, as a child, I don't know if I went into this as a child, they needed things to keep them mentally stimulated at most. But they also, because I forgot to mention this, but I didn't mention this. Your moon sign is the direct relationship that you have with your mother. Now, you do want to look at the aspects, and I'm going to repeat this again. Y'all do want to repeat this. Y'all do want to look at the aspects to your moon, because I'm not saying everybody is like this. I'm not saying it's going to play out like this, but it definitely can be something that you've experienced, or something that you've known, or something you grew up with. This could be anything from Gemini, the relationship they had, their mother was very hot and cold, because Gemini is very hot and cold energy. It's kind of like a back and forth. One minute, you know, mama will be cool and everything will be good, and the next minute mama snap. You know what I mean? Like, she could be too, you know, oftentimes it could be like a very bipolar energy of, like, mama being very, one minute she's very detached, and then one minute she's very attached, and then one minute she's off. This could also be if that's not the case, you can also be, y'all moved a lot, the mother or a mother figure or somebody in your your family kind of you had to move around a lot into a lot of different places, whether that was not necessarily in far different distances across the land, but you could have moved like in different neighborhoods growing up, or cities or states that wasn't too far from where you grew up. You moved around a lot, and honestly you needed kind of like that change of pace to keep you mentally stimulated, mentally grounded, or mentally active. Mother could have actually, or also could have been like one of those people who, showed you new things, showed you, different kind of lifestyle. Like they could have been the mothers who, they wasn't like really on the status quo. This is also very similar to Aquarius moons as well, but the mother could have been very wanting you to stimulate your mind. So having you listen to different kind of music, having you read different kind of books, or maybe your mama was like, oh, read this book or read that book or listen to this, or just doing things that help you really not master this inquisitive nature that you have about yourself, but just tap into different kind of energies. Very hard, like even if she did give you that book, it could have been very hard for you to finish that book in one setting, or not even just one setting, but like it just could have been very hard for you to keep still to finish that. You probably had to read that book in increments until you finally finished it. Definitely. Ooh, telepathic. Very, very, very telepathic. When you have your moon in Gemini and this is the messenger god energy. This is messages coming to you. You know what I'm saying? And the moon is your closest thing to source. You probably could, especially at a young age, you probably had so many, and still now, so many thoughts that it's hard for you to kind of decipher like what's coming from where. It's definitely as a child, like you could have been having contact from people from the dead, or people from the spiritual realm, or many downloads coming in, and you didn't really know how to explain it. People could have definitely called you insane or crazy, or it just could have been a lot of that, like like what's going on with them, like why are they thinking, like why are they saying that there's somebody trying to communicate or somebody trying to talk to them. Like you could have been ostracized. I don't even know if that's the word I'm trying to use, big words here. Very much so Gemini energy, using like words out the fucking dictionary that just like, what the fuck does that mean? But anyway, you could have been communicating or being able to read people's thoughts and then regurgitating those things, and either getting in trouble for that, getting in trouble, for, being able to tap into these gifts at such a young age. Or people could have looked at you, might have not said anything, but kind of looked at you a little funny because you were able to decipher these messages out of not even out of nowhere, but it's just a gift that you have. Definitely great for creating. Like I see Gemini moon as the type where, like, let's say, and I do this myself too, it's crazy, like I can look at a movie, or Gemini moon will be able to look at a movie, and they're able to, for example, come up with like the background music. You know what I mean? Like they're able to come up with like, oh my god, like, because what would a movie be without music? It wouldn't be shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the air quality I feel like Gemini brings to the table, of like being able to create a vibe, much like Libra, being able to create a vibe on a scene that, people can feel into what's going on in the scene. I know it's definitely Taurus moon, like the senses, but Gemini is able to see all perspectives and all sides of things. So whether they're directing, whether they're acting in the movie, it doesn't matter. Like Gemini's able to pick up on all things. They would be really, really good, like I said, music, anything that has to do with the arts, anything that has them doing, because it rules the hands as well. Anything that's they're able to, coordinate, and they're able to compose. They would be really, really good at that, because they're able to pick up different perspectives from different people and different energies and different places. Like, it's really, really, really good for that. The duality of personalities. Gemini moons, once again, it's easy for their moods to switch like that. We talk about Cancers, and we talk about Cancer moons and being one with the moon, or one with the, one with the moon cycles and things like that. But Gemini is really good for this as well. Like, and it's not necessarily the moon per se. I mean, it is the moon since we're talking about the moon, but they're able to pick up other people's just different snippets of other people and how they're feeling, and being able to regurgitate that, or being able to put that into, the air. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're very able to pick. That's why they would be really, really good at they'd be really, really good at acting, because they're able to not just even feel into the character, but portray the character in a way that's like, oh shit, like they sound just like them, or they, they acting just like, you know what I mean? Like, that's Gemini energy. It's very mirroring energy. Needs freedom. They're like the flower childs, at home, and their emotions and their moon, they need to have freedom. They need to be able to move the way they want to move. They need to be able to just kind of go off and do their own thing. Like, they need that. Like, they crave it. So they need to be with somebody, or if they're gonna be in a relationship with somebody, or even people, that they homies and stuff like that, they have to understand that Geminis will literally just take the fuck off and go somewhere, and then come back like a couple weeks later, and it's like, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, because they just need that new scene, or they need that new high. They need that. Like, that's something that they crave. They're able to, multitask and work on many things. Like, honestly, I think of Gemini as like the body. I forgot that deity's name. I forgot her name, but I think of it as the body with all the arms on it, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? If y'all know what I'm talking about, definitely put that down. But like, it has many arms. It's over here, it's over there, it's got his hands in this, it got his hands in that. Like, it's very much so. And Gemini needs that energy. It's very hard for a Gemini to just focus on just one thing. Like, Sagittarius is able to focus, even though Sagittarius needs variety too. Gemini needs to have it, because it'll get bored. It'll burn out. It's like Aries moon in a sense. Like, it'll burn out if it's not able to kind of put its hands in many baskets, because that's what keeps the mind, that's what keeps the mental going. You know what I'm saying? They're like once again, the jack of all trades. Very unpredictable. Very hard to like pin in one place, or hard to, because they're always constantly moving. This is mutable air we're talking about, so it's always constantly fucking moving. It's like, it's hard for them to stop, especially when this is in your moon. It's hard for you to like, even your emotions are like constant. Like, you could be overthinking. Like, you'll run yourself into a loop of like just overthinking shit like over and over again. So you really have to find the time to ground. I would definitely say for Gemini moons, you need to be in nature. You need to take a lot of time to just kind of relax and just be in your own space and be in your own energy, because it's easy for you to get the game fucked up. It's easy for you to just be out here for the streets, like, or be around people who try to tell you how to live and what to do and when to do it. Like, in Gemini, for the most part, not for the most part, but there are some that will, because they have so many things going on. It's like, well, fuck, what is my shit? Like, what do I think? What do I want? You know what I'm saying? So you need that alone time, so you can quiet all the voices in your head and just kind of be, so you can get to your own voice and what is really communicating in your mind, in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? So definitely something, very much so. If we want to talk sexually, foreplay is the game for fucking Gemini. Like, I mean, it's not that Geminis don't like physical. It's not like Geminis don't mind being physical with you. But like, in order for the cherry to really get popped, in order for that motherfucking cherry to be like, you know what I'm saying? Bitch, we need to be talking. You know what I'm saying? They're not the type that just like, all right, let's fuck. Like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this quickie in. It's like, bitch, I need you to guide me to the story. You know what I'm saying? Open the book up. Read it for me. You know what I'm saying? Tell me, what am I wearing? What do I got on? What am I doing? What are you doing? How are you doing it to me? Like, very, and to my PG babies out there, don't worry about it. You ain't there. But for my people and up, you know what I'm saying? For real, like, it's very, it needs mental stimulation in order for it to be turned on. It needs that, you know, that wordplay to come through for you. You know what I'm saying? And once you get a Gemini's mind, once you tap into a Gemini's mind, it's hard for a Gemini to let go. Like, they could do physical, you know, bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. You know what I'm saying? And then the next day it's like they calling you an Uber, or, you know what I'm saying, they just taking the Uber home. They chilling, like they not even tripping. But when you tap into a Gemini's mind, where, you know what I'm saying, it can be really, really hard for them to let go. So definitely know that. The researchers of the group as well, Mercury, we're not talking about Moon in Gemini, knows how to, you know, really, it's mercurial. It can get really down to the bottom of things. If it really has an interest for it, though. If Gemini has an interest for it, oh, the motherfuckers is pulling it all up. You know what I'm saying? So definitely journalism is a good thing for them to get into. Anything that has to do with speaking to the public. Very social, so they like to talk to people. They like to, you know, they like to mix and mingle and stuff. I think of this as like the multiple tabs. Like the multiple tabs on the computer energy is like 17 tabs on like one screen. Like, that's so Gemini. So Gemini moon. Like, you know, like they're easily distracted. They're always doing things to keep themselves going. Even if they want to stop, even if they want to stop, even if they get the inkling to stop, they still going. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I am even feeling like this energy of just like going and going and going and going and going as I'm doing this is very much so that. So I think that's really all I have for Gemini moon. To wrap it up, like, y'all need to be stimulated. Y'all need to be stimulated, but y'all also need to learn how to just chill and be and ground. You know what I'm saying? So you can get a sense of your own thoughts. So you're not all, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna be all over the place, but you need that happy medium of like balance and, you know, mutable, you know, that mutable energy. You know, because it's easy for y'all to get really burnt out with your own emotions. And then once you get burnt out with your emotions, then you don't know how to experience your emotion because you're so burnt out. And so you don't want to think about it. So you'll stay distracted. So you don't have to get down to the bottom of what you're really feeling and what you're really thinking. You know, I'm just saying, Gemini moons, you know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm there. So I totally get it. But this has been my like synopsis, you know what I'm saying, of Gemini moon. For those of y'all, once again, you can hit me up at Araneae Storm on all social media, and then you can also hit me up at araneastorm.wix.com/info for Mars activations and North and South Node consultations. So we're gonna be moving from Gemini moon on to Cancer moon. Yeah, all right, cool. All right, peace. See y'all soon.